welcome back to After the Bell. We are hanging out with Morgan Wallen, who is joining us on a very exciting and special day. Your debut album is out today. What are your emotions you're feeling right now?
A relief.
Relief, okay.
It's I guess it's a long time, a lot of hard work, and kind of a journey that goes into putting it all out. So a lot of emotions that you feel putting into it. So when you get to let them all out, it's pretty cool.
So the name of the album, If I Know Me, is also obviously one of the tracks on it. Why was that the name of the album? Why did you end up going with that?
Yeah, well, originally I kind of, before I wrote that song, If I Know Me, I was gonna name it something that was kind of off the wall, just something, you know, maybe from my childhood or whatever. I hadn't even really picked a name out, but something that had nothing to do with the album, I guess, you know, because that's just something I always liked the idea of doing. But when we wrote that song, and the fact that song, it's a little different than everything else on the album, so it kind of just made sense, you know. If I know me, then this is what I'm gonna do, and here's who I am. So it just made a whole lot of sense.
I want to talk about that journey, the blood, the sweat, the tears that you kind of put into this album. Ever since, you know, when did you start putting this album together?
Well, I moved to Nashville in July of 2015, and I signed a record deal and a publishing deal 6 months after that. So, and whatever that is, in the end of 2015, that's when I first started writing, and you know, trying to figure out my sound and that kind of thing. And there's a couple songs that I wrote when I first got started writing that are on the album, and then there's a couple songs that we finished literally like the day before we had to turn in the album. So
wow.
It's real, like a body of work from the beginning.
So these songs, and I'm sure a lot of maturing throughout the process then.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can, you know, when you first move and you first get into Nashville or whatever, you don't have the same perspective that you do 3 years later,
right,
or whatever. So there's a whole lot of different things, and there's a lot of fun songs, a lot of different things on there.
We'll get to those fun songs in a second, but I want to throw it back to even before you moved to Nashville. You were on season 6 of The Voice, and so you had a decision to choose between Shakira and Usher, which is a huge honor. But I was actually watching the tape earlier, the you know, your song when you performed Collide. What was going through your mind when you had to choose between the two of them?
I don't really remember.
You don't?
No.
Interesting.
The only reason I picked Usher is because my mom wanted me to pick Usher from the beginning, so I was going to pick him no matter what.
And obviously Blake, you know, was a judge as well, and I would imagine you see him all the time around, you know, at the ACMs this past weekend. Yeah. Have you ever had a chance to talk to him about that or joke around about, like, hey, man?
Not yet. He's super busy and I'm super busy, and so we haven't really had a chance to cross paths since then. But yeah, I'll give him some grief over it.
Give him some grief.
Later.
I love it. So right after this, actually today, we're switching gears to the present again. You were performing at Stagecoach, so it's a very big week for you. You had Kimmel, you had a show at the Troubadour, your debut album's out today, and you're playing Stagecoach. What can we expect, you know, tonight for all the fans who are going to be out in the desert? What they can look forward to?
Yeah, a lot of firsts for me this week, you know. So it's a big time week for me. But yeah, I think we get to play for like 25 minutes or something like that. So it'll be nonstop. So be ready to party.
What about, you know, you obviously have a major song out right now, Up Down with Florida Georgia Line. They're playing tonight too.
Yeah.
Are there going to be any surprises?
I honestly don't know myself, so I'm not even lying if I tell you that. So I would like to be out there with them. We'll see.
I love it. So so right now you're also wrapping up your headlining tour, but you're about to head out on tour again in May with Luke Bryan. Yeah. So how did that all come together? How did he tell you the news that he was going to bring you on tour with him?
I'm not sure exactly how it all happened, but my managers, I was in Baltimore. I guess I always remember it just because it was such a cool thing for me, you know. But they got on a group text and they were like, yo, we need to get on a call like right now. They like made it seem like I was in trouble or something like that. You know? I'm like, oh man, what I do? And so I called and they're all serious. I'm like, hey man, you want to go on tour with Luke Bryan?
Let me just debate that.
Yeah, I said, yeah, just don't ask me like that ever again.
I love it. So what do I ask a lot of people this because it's interesting to see everyone's different answers. What are kind of like the 3 must-haves you have to bring with you on tour? A fan?
Yeah, box fan. I can't sleep without a box fan, or white noise, whatever on your phone. We like to throw football or something like that,
Okay.
some kind of sports, and cornhole. I guess there's more than 3, but must-haves 3.
Yeah.
I'll go with the fan. I'll go with the football and cornhole.
Fans, football, cornhole.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have to catch you on the road because I'm a mean cornhole player.
No.
So
You don't want these problems, I promise.
I'm very competitive, so it's on. So right now you have also, you co-wrote a song, Jason Aldean's "You Make It Easy," which just happens to be one of my all-time favorite songs right now. Tell us a little bit about the writing process for you, and is there any song that you've written for another artist that you wish you would have kept yourself?
I'd probably say that one.
That one?
Yeah, definitely that. I love that song.
It's so good. It
Thank you.
really is just an unbelievable song.
Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely that song is, but it's special to me the fact that he recorded it also, because I grew up listening to Jason Aldean, so it's still kind of crazy that I have a song that is his single and it's such a big song, so for me to be able to even just say to have a part of it and is really special for me. So, the writing process, I think it's different every time. There's no I don't have a formula. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a hit song, But it's that one just that turned out to be a special day and a special song.
What about the must-haves for songwriting? Do you have to have anything in the room with you?
No, I think it's mostly about the people that you're writing with. It don't matter where you're at. I mean, it helps, I guess, if you have a studio that you can go ahead and get everything in the moment. But it's mostly about the connection you have with the people you're writing with.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us at Sweetie High today, and congratulations on everything. Your debut album, it's out right now. Where can everyone go get it at?
Yeah. Well, my website, morganwallen.com, pretty much everything you need to know about me there. iTunes, Spotify, Google, Amazon, it's on everything, so wherever you prefer.
And if you're in the desert today, you can catch him at Stagecoach, and then you can catch him on tour with Luke Bryan in May. Wow, big things coming. Anything after the tour that you can talk about yet, or are we kind of just living in the moment? We have a lot to celebrate right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and do my own thing in the fall again, kind of my own headline thing. So kind of go back to a lot of the same cities and move up rooms, so a little bit bigger room. So. I'm not sure exactly where and all that stuff yet, but everything is shaping up nice for this year.
And a lot of time to practice your cornhole then. And then we'll
I'm
compete next time you're back in LA. And where can everyone keep up with you on your social media?
Yeah, Morgan C. Wallen on Twitter, Instagram, and that's pretty much all I use. So.
All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week on all new episodes of After the Bell, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye.